everyone, welcome to Bella's Crochet Gifts. I'm Bella. All right, so I have made some different Christmas projects, and I didn't want to post them until the people who they are for actually see them. So I have a few things that I'm going to pre-record, and then when they actually get them, then you guys will see this. So first off, I have this very adorable gnome. Ah, isn't he cute? Isn't he adorable? I had so much fun making him. Okay, so let me tell you about him. Let's see. So he is a pattern. This is a payford pattern. He is called the Candle Gnome by Happy Dolls Handmade, and it's on Etsy. I believe at the time it was like a really good deal, like 60% off her patterns for Christmas. So it was very, very nice. I was very excited when I heard that. And the person who told me, I've been watching this lady for a while, and her name is Rebecca, and she is from Yarn and Pajamas. If you haven't seen her, you should definitely go check her out. Description's in the box down below. But look at this gnome. He's so cute. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about him. He is primarily made with like Simply Soft or Simply Soft equivalents. I believe the gray was actually a Joann's version of the Simply Soft, like their big twist version. And then his little hands and his nose were made with so if you've seen some of my previous videos a while ago, I had made a mermaid out of I called them little hockey pucks. They were the amigurumi yarn that Red Heart put out, where it was like it gave you like literally just a hockey puck of yarn. And for the mermaid version, they had the skin tone, and so I used that. And his little hands are stuffed. Isn't that cute? His little nose. So I reused more of the skin tone there. His holly leaves. These were part of the it was the Noel yarn from Hirschner's that I got this last Christmas for I believe I made that scarf that was like the in the front and then you cross it. So I made that scarf, and I also made a poinsettia, like little applique out of that. So I had some left over. This was just a scrap ball of red that I had in my stash. It was just a regular acrylic. It wasn't Simply Soft or anything. This was a cream, and I believe it was actually Simply Soft. I can't tell you the name right off the top of my head, but there we go. This tiny little brown was Simply Soft equivalent, and then this, oops, I have the cat hair on it. That happens when you're in my house. And then this was just some gold I had left over from another project. So, oh, and his beard is just made of white, just regular white yarn. I think it was a Karen 1 pound that I had some left over from a different project. And so I made his little beard. When Rebecca from Yarn and Pajamas, when she makes hers, she'll make her beards sometimes out of wool, which unfortunately I am allergic to, so I can't do that. So he gets a little ripple beard instead of the nice, beautifully brushed out beard that she gets when she does hers. But you should definitely go check her out. if you especially love gnomes, but also if you're interested in amigurumi, because she has some really neat things that she has made. All right. So the next thing that I have, this was a set that I made for my friend, a different friend. So she had found, here's the hat. She had found some of the velvet yarn. It was from Joann's. I believe it was either a Big Twist Fend or it was the Bernat velvet. And I had started making a sweater out of some of the Bernat velvet stripes, and I had a really hard time with it. Like it was, there's a process, like, well, not a process. There is a thing that happens sometimes when using velvet yarn that's called worming, where you're doing your stitches and somehow the stitch isn't tight enough, and like just kind of a loop works its way out, and it just, is just sitting there, just hanging out doing nothing, and it really looks terrible. Anyways, so I was worried about that, but she really liked this yarn, and I made mittens to go with it. Isn't that cute? So, long story longer. Anyways, so I was worried about the worming, and so I was very, very conscious when making this, and I didn't have any problems with it worming at all. And I looked up some patterns, and wow, I am saying "and" a lot. I am very sorry. So basically, I found two different patterns, one for the gloves and one for the hat. Both of them wanted you to do a, let's see, it was like you chain. It was basically making a ribbing where you chain and then do the back loops only. There was no definition at all, like in the stitches. Like the one I started for the mittens, you couldn't tell. Like you could not see any form of ribbing. So I was like, fine, I will do it my own way. And so I did the front post, back post to give it the nice ribbing. You can kind of see it, so that it sticks out and will actually, kind of accordion in on itself. So I was like, okay, that was a bust. And then looking at the rest of the pattern, you're like, it's like, I can make mittens. I don't like how it's working, and I didn't like what it was doing. And since I started the ribbing with the front post, back post, I didn't have to add stitches to pick up stitches, because with the making it the front post, making the single crochet in the back loops only, you make a rectangle and then you attach it, and then you have to pick up stitches to go around. Well, because I did it this way, I didn't have to pick up stitches, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna work it. I'm just gonna make the mitten. I know how to make mittens. So I didn't use that pattern. Other than the original count, like how long to make it. That's it. So I think it was like chain 21, and that's all I used. Anyways, and then I was looking at the hat, and they again wanted you to do the front post, back post, so you start at the brim. I prefer making my crochet hats top down. They just work better for me. I can put it on my head. and, you know, make sure the size is good. Whereas when you're going up, sometimes if you're doing a pattern and your head is not the same as someone else's head, you can end up with some really strange, you know, really strange shaping, or it just doesn't work out, or, you know, I've done patterns where you're making a, you know, specific size, and when I go to put it on my head, it's like way long, or, you know, like, I don't know. It just doesn't work out, and it's frustrating. So I looked at the pattern. It wasn't that cool. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make my regular beanie hat pattern. So I didn't end up using either of them. Oh dear. Yep. So that happened. But they're done, and I will be giving them to the people hopefully soon. Things are just crazy here, and obviously I've been all over the place. So in fact, this is the second video I'm filming, so hence why same hat, same shirt. Anyways, and then I did have some other projects that I have sent to family members who have already received them, so I can insert a few pictures. So my mom wanted a whole bunch of amigurumis, little pocket ones, and I'm actually not sure where that book's at right now, because I made them like last summer. I was making a ton of little guys. But I will insert a picture of the finished amigurumi bunch. And then I did do a, it was a headband. I believe I used the Karen anniversary cake in the purple colorway. I can't remember what it's called right off the top of my head. So I made that picture. And then I also, with the same yarn, did this, it was a scarf with a hat attached on it. I've done it before, and this time was using the bigger yarn, so I think it turned out pretty good, and I hope that it works well for her for winter, since it's super cold this year. So another picture. Let's see, I also, my sister requested a bear for Christmas, and here's my bear. I do remember the bear's pattern name off the top of my head. It was the Sleepy Time bear, and he was altered from that to become the Christmas bear. So you bought the Sleepy Time bear pattern, and then you turned it into a Christmas bear. So everything about him, other than the hat, and you had to determine where you wanted the sweater to fit, because the Sleepy Time bear, he's basically wearing a onesie, and you do little you make little bunny slippers for it, which someday I'll have to make that, because that just sounds so adorable. But this was just basically you make the bear, and then you decide where you want the shirt to start, and then where you want the shirt to end on the arms, and then just an easy crochet, you know, hat pattern that fit on the bear. So yep, there was that, and it turned out super cute. And then I can't remember if there was another. Well, obviously I have my dragon. That also was a paid for pattern. I believe, I think I got that one through Etsy. Etsy or Ravelry? No, it was through Ravelry, because it's still in my Ravelry saved list. But that was that was a challenge. I do mention it earlier in one of my videos. I believe it was like my second or third video on YouTube where I've got my dragon. You might not notice it because it's like behind, but in that episode, I believe it was like, I think it was two. I'm holding up like a Christmas Christmas house. So if you're looking for it and just want to look by the picture, it's that one. I do mention it in the title. Other than that, I can't remember if there's any other good Christmas items. I might be like adding these to another video or like tagged at the end or something like that, because like I said, I'm filming a bunch of things right in a row, and so I'm not sure how they're gonna fall in the progression of my videos, because it's future me's problem, essentially. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is. I hope it's wonderful.